Morning watchers, Scott at SE Landscaping on the 21st of March, and we've had a couple of weeks of rain up here and it's raining again this week. But the good news for me, not everybody else, because most of my friends in the industry are praying for dry weather because they're starting to cut grass. From a commercial point of view, most of our contracts start on the 1st of April. Some do start in March, and we have been doing little bits. So when it's been drying up, we've been doing afternoons here and there. But I'm quite happy for this wet spell to last another week and a half, and I'll explain why. A couple of videos ago I explained the jobs that had come in recently, and there'd been quite a lot of extra works and stuff. They're still, some of them's been done, some of the other ones are still to do. I'm going to one this morning which was, I think I explained there was some allotments and they wanted some trees clearing out, a 5-metre strip. I'm going to start that today. Whether I get some footage I don't know, because it's got a really busy day. It might be just a bit of footage of what the job looks like. So that's the plan. Like I say, I could do with it staying wet for another week and a half, to be honest. It really doesn't bother me if it does, because it means that I can get my waterproofs on and we can get out and get these jobs finished. And then once sort of April comes, we can really hit the ground running with the grass cutting and the other things. And that's when, as I've explained, it will slacken off. At the moment it's hectic. It won't slacken off to the point where we're not doing anything, but it'll be regular, and we'll know where we're going all the time and stuff. Anybody else who follows me on social media and on the channels that I'm on or run, you'll know that it's been like I've been trying to find a drop spreader, and it's been like trying to find a gold nugget in a river, because I wanted to buy a Bannerman. I wanted to buy a Bannerman and they were out of stock and they were 8-week lead time. So I opted for the Sisis, 8-week lead time. And in the end I managed to get one ICL spreader, which I've watched some videos, I've seen some reviews. They're not as good as the Bannerman and the Sisis, but this is just for one job. I'm helping out a bit more on a bowling green, and I've got 5 tons of top dressing coming this week. The bowls team have finally put their hands in the pockets, and they've bought some 80 kilograms of grass seed, and I'm going to scarify the surface this week, and hopefully we'll get the top dressing and the grass seed put on, and then that gives it sort of 3 or 4 weeks before they want to get on to germinate, get a cut on, and then we'll see how it goes. They might have to postpone for a couple more weeks, but we'll see how it goes. So that's where we are. It's a really busy couple of weeks. And the other thing that's coming this week, which I mentioned a few weeks ago, I was purchasing a Bomag roller. That's arriving tomorrow, I believe. So that should be fun to get. And we might have to, once this seed and everything germinates on the bowling green, we might have to give that a decent roll, just to knock out any imperfections. Because, as I've explained to everyone, I'm not an expert in turf care, but I've been consulting with a few people, and I've had help from a local groundsman who tell me that when you're scarifying and things, especially in wet weather like it is at the moment, that sometimes once you start bowling again afterwards, the balls will follow the lines of your scarifier and things. So you really need to get a decent roll on it afterwards. And sometimes the roller on the back of the machine after some severe works in wet weather isn't always the best option. So we'll get that done as well. We'll get a hole made in that job this week and next week, and then hopefully, like I say, we can get everything we need to done. A little bit of fencing. I've got some subcontractors on the fencing at the moment as well, which is good, because that's knocking even more work out. They're clashing on with one allotment site, but I have got another one to do. So yeah, busy, lots to do. Just arrived on site now, same again, 7 o'clock, but I want to get a start before the troops come to pile these branches up. because I'll explain what's going to happen. There's no rubbish going off site. It's turned into a wildlife job, one, to save costs, and two, to help the environment supposedly. So yeah, we'll see how we get on, so stay tuned. So here we are back at the scene. And this is a huge nature area, thousands of trees, and we're going to have to get under here somehow. So we're going to leave a bit at the end to stop anybody coming in, and then we're just going to take 5 meters of trees out from this fence all the way back, and then leave it in a line like a nature reserve for animals and things, and that is the plan. So let's get cracking. So done about 5 minutes there, and mix of battery and petrol today, and basically if I just stand back a bit, that is sort of what we're looking at. A piled up strip that will rot down and be good for wildlife, and this area will be empty once that's piled up. So made a bit of a clearing so I can start getting somewhere now. And this is basically it. It's coppicing 5 meters out, and then making a wildlife bund as well as a safety bund for any kids or anybody who want to come and vandalise the allotments. So it provides a barrier to stop them getting in. So like I say, everything coppiced down. Forget about the rubbish, that's something else to look at for the council. But that's basically it. A little bit more to do up the top there, but apart from that, that is what we've achieved, and it will keep these allotment holders happy for the overgrown branches and trees and the light that's affecting the crops and things. So I'll leave these now for the team to come in on Monday morning and make the sight line again, and there, steel fence, is the finishing point, and somewhere in the distance is the start. Tough job, but it will benefit a lot of people. So, job all finished from my side of things anyway. What it is, it's Saturday morning and I've just come in for 2.5 hours just to finish off the pruning I needed to do to cut down. I had a good day the other day, and it took a couple extra hours there just to finish it off. And then what will happen next week is we will get the lads back. They will finish off what they need to, just trimming, just moving the stuff back, and they've got the 4 or 5 metres of clearance from the allotments. The stuff's coppice there now, so they've got a good few years of not having to worry about the stuff coming over the fence or the lack of light and everything. So that sorts that side out of it. They've got this wildlife bund which ticks boxes for hedges, for what's the word I'm looking for? Hedgehogs and other bits of wildlife. It ticks the boxes for all of that. And as well as that, it's a security thing for the kids and everything once they get, because this is a big forest, it's about a mile square down there. So if they're working their way through and thinking, oh, we'll try and get into these allotments, it just adds a bit of a deterrent trying to get through all those brambles and thick branches. Brambles will work their way through that stuff and everything, and it'll be quite a secure thing. And then at the end, once we've finished on the site, the little hole that we made to come into the site, we'll fill that with prunings, and then the allotment holders are just going to run some barbed wire and stuff through the fence and everything, so it'll be pretty secure, and they'll have no trouble for 5, 6, 7 years, depending on the species that's in there. And what I've said to the council was the other option they've got is every couple of years, if they wanted to, they could send us in with a hedge cutter, just snip the tops off them all and just keep them all manageable, rather than letting them grow into sort of small trees again. So the ball is in their court. It's we'll get the guys in next week for a couple of hours just to finish that last wildlife section off at the top. But apart from that, it is another job ticked off, and we've started grass cutting because the weather has improved, although it's rained all most of this morning and the ground's wet again. I did manage a bit of grass cutting this week, but we'll be finishing off a few jobs next week, and then we'll be hitting the grass cutting hard the week after. So it is busy at the moment, just to get things ticked off, and that's hence to say why I've worked a good few Saturdays lately. But like I say, it serves a purpose because it's paid for a lot of equipment that I've bought recently. The equipment for the Bulls green, which you'll see on a video, it's paid for the Bowmag roller and other things. So it's been quite good. I've got a lot of equipment that I wouldn't have had if I didn't do any of this work. So it's you can see when you're going out, you can see the benefit, because you can see what it's paying for in extra income. And as well as that, anybody who's aware, the super deduction tax, I think it's called, the 130% you can claim back, is finishing soon. So it's been a government scheme for the last couple of years where you can claim more percentage back on tools you buy over the amount that they're worth. So that's been good. So I've been spending quite a lot the last couple of years, and that's been a benefit, because I've been able to claim more back against your profit. Hence to say, you pay less tax. Winner, chicken dinner, as they say. So that's it for today. Job done, and on to the next one. So thanks for watching. If you're not already done so, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Spread it with your friends, and let's get some more people watching the channel, and hopefully it will help people. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.